Hello, hope this video finds you well. It's 10th of March, Mad March, I think this one's called. And let me see, there's a couple of things I noticed on Facebook. St George's Parade is going to be cancelled, perhaps by a council. They've been accused of being anti-English, having an anti-English agenda. There's been an incident in Harrow. They're saying they're trying to soothe tensions between communities. Obviously, the grooming gang story is still going on. The mayor's not interested in looking at it, or saying there was never an issue, something like that, denied it or something completely. They say they're trying to calm tensions. I just feel like tensions are getting worse. Let me see. Then there was something my friend posted me. Now I will put it on the community page. If you just look on YouTube, top playlist, next to playlist is posts. It says, and I quote, allegedly, because I don't know how legitimate this is, in 2006, there was an article and it said, we must use migration to turn English people into a minority in England to undermine the identity of the nature of the English and import a new majority that were in the idea of England. Sounds like the Caligari plan. Okay, I've done that. You type in search bar, you'll find it. So, yeah, it sounds like they had an agenda, and I just wonder if this agenda has now been accelerated. And as I'm talking about it, I know that's justice. So it sounds like there was an agenda, so I'm going to shuffle. Was there an agenda? I just flew out. Very much so. Something they desired. It's something you get your wish, you desire. But it's like keeping mum, if you know what I mean. So it's like that's information, keeping mum about it. So, you're not to know in a way. Something you know, but not everyone else necessarily knows. That just flew out. Was there a plan? That's a reduction, and that can be a physical thing. What was the article? End the idea of English people into a minority. Well, that's a reduction because he's holding back. And that can literally be a person. Oh, look. A battle, a fight. Conflict as well, maybe to cause conflict. And maybe, people don't want to... and don't want it to happen, and maybe they're recognising what's going on. Oh, look, Judgment Day. There was a plan. And what did I just say about the St George's Parade? And there's the St George's Cross. Wow. This is people realising, hey, look, the St George's Cross. Oh my goodness. But look, he's very disappointed. So I do feel with Judgment Day, it was a past plan. This is immigration, because this is my White Cliffs of Dover card. Judgment Day, I would say so, definitely, because that's a major card. It's something to do with the past. Oh, look at him being sneaky and strategizing. Look at them. Look at this. It's so obvious. Look at this. So there was a past plan. Oh yeah, look. This was a journey in a way, a vision, an idea, and a plan. This is about getting the truth out, and maybe the truth now is getting out there, and also she can be a trickster. So maybe it's like, yeah, look, this is like an offer, and this person has a long coat on, and this is your greatest wish. So it says it all. Right, okay, so I've said all of that. So let me see what I get for it actually. Okay, so this so-called plan to change the UK. Oh, look. don't know why I've got those cards. Wow. Go with the flow. Happiness. So I think I've already got my answer. I think it's going to change. Now remember, there was always that Nasara Jasara scenario. Yeah. But I wonder if it's going to be in two... Yeah. Look. Lovely donation here. Trust. You don't know how it's going to end up, but just trust. It will. That's a major card. Trust. Somehow, some way. Okay? Now, this could all be back to the plan of being like hidden information. Look, stress, strategy, it's all there. Oh, it's all there. Look, sneaky and controlling their words to get the narrative they want, which is also, you might as well have a card of ignoring. Putting their fingers in their ears and going, la, 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 we're not listening to what you say. We don't care about you. La, 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 la. It's a bit like that, really. So I think there'll be a Nasara type Jasara situation, but will it be this year? Okay, I have trust, and I also have the star, which is about trust. I have passion. I have music. There you go. So UBS is still coming. We've got to wait. Look! There you go. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, right. And that will heal all wounds, I would imagine. Yeah, it's coming. So I kind of got my answer. Maybe that's why I got a tower for Labour and Keir Starmer. Now, I don't believe there will be a general election. No way. No way. No way. Tarot by Jenny's got the same card as me, a tower for Labour, but she thinks general election. Now, that won't change anything because he doesn't even have... Rupert Lowe, if you want him, he doesn't even have enough to get a decent seat in Parliament. Not till 2029. 2029 is ridiculous. We can't wait for 2029. So, to me, maybe after the war, maybe things springboard for us back after that. Once that's sorted out, maybe then it goes back to us. Or maybe that war has a reflection on us. Or I don't know how it's going to unfold. I don't believe there'll be an election, so I'm not going to ask that question. I believe there'll be an EBS. I believe there'll be some kind of scandal or situation or something that brings it to its knees, because you have to change the framework. Doing a general election won't change anything. You just get another party that's going to do the same thing. Okay? It doesn't change the education board, doesn't change the hospitals, doesn't change our medical care. You know the drill. It doesn't change any of that. The only way to heal is to have an EBS. So the framework changes. Will there be, therefore, an EBS, or does the tower moment, is it to do with Labour having it, like, is there going to be an EBS? Is there going to be a scandal? Is something going to intensify to get to that point? And hopefully it's spring. That could be resisting something, not wanting to come out. Could be or they're holding on. Oh, not in a hurry. So will there be? Like I feel. Okay, I feel that there may be some news that's upsetting. Something's going to happen with a magician. Okay, that there's going to be some information or news that's very upsetting. So I was asking, would this lead to an EBS? What's going to happen with this, that and the other? Oh yeah, there is. There may be some very sad information. Okay. That maybe we haven't seen before, or puts puts everything in a crossroads or something that hasn't been seen. Maybe that's why I had hidden information as well before. Okay? And I feel that is what we're waiting for. And after that, then it's like pending. Then kind of like, then decisions can be made. Something is going to happen. And it's to do with information. It's very upsetting. Oh, wow. Look. And it leads to Judgment Day. Oh, my goodness me. And real sadness. Real disappointments. There's a lot more to come out here. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. Look at these major cards. 3 in a small little reading like that. It's information that we haven't seen before. And I think that could be what then happens, why we then might have an oh, look at this. Why we might have an EBS. Oh, well. Oh, well. That's stress. Okay. Yeah. There's big things coming. There's big things coming. And it's going to be very difficult because he stands his ground. But I think that could be difficult. Oh. Page of Swords. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All I can say is I think it's going to be damning. Some kind of damning information that may lead to an EBS or something like that. It's going to lead to some kind of crossroads. Like, I don't know. I don't really know much more than that. That's all I can give you right now. I feel like something's starting up again. Okay, right. So yeah, will that happen in spring? Will we have a new beginning starting in spring? That flew out. I keep getting the word passion. Why do I keep getting the word passion? Passion, 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 passion. Restore. Oh, oh no. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Right. So maybe spring is our month. Maybe spring is the time. Yeah, look, they're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. She's waiting. They're waiting. Yep, they're waiting. It's hidden information. Could be quite soon. It's going to be revealed. Considering it's something to do maybe with further away, because maybe they thought this information was safe, but actually this affects the world, or it's something. Wow, look at that, where he is. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one there. What else do I need to know? How much longer? Well, I don't know. I know there's a tower coming. I know there's a moment coming. I know it's going to be big, and I know it's going to be very upsetting, or very disappointing and sad, I should say, maybe. I don't believe there'll be an election, and so finally, I'm going to leave it there, make it short. But finally, I want to know this: that because of the war, apparently, everything's going up. So we're now having another cost of living crisis. Just when you thought you were going to get a break, everything. Where's the free energy? Honestly, just when you thought you were going to get a break, food's going to go up. Like, I understand about the oil refinery or whatever it is, but why does that mean like you have to put all the prices up for everything? And why does that affect our food? Why do we have to pay more? Why are we always having to pay more for everything? Or are these companies just jumping on the bandwagon because they can be greedy, they will be greedy? How much longer? Yeah, it makes you wonder. Oh, well, that could be what actually happened to the oil situation. because it was in the water, in this strait or wherever it was. But still, why do we have to suffer the consequences of everything? Like, how does it affect rents? I mean, I just feel like they take an opportunity and they run with it. Yeah, look, sad news. How much will that actually develop into a really bad scenario for us all, or will something change so that we don't have to experience great hardship again? So just when they said in this country, oh, electricity and gas will go down, just when they said that, now it's going skyrocketing. Like, honestly, you can't get a break. I'm going to go for this one. Can't catch a break. Honestly, at least we don't need gas. Well, we still do to cook, but not. At least we're not in the winter. Look at the escalations. It's like gone up 80%. And it's not just us that's going to be affected. It feels like it's everyone going to be affected. But I have to be honest, this just feels like it's our institutions, to be honest, taking like an opportunity. It really does, because this is our institutions. Okay? Okay, I'm going to pull some more. I hope it doesn't last very long. I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe they feel like it's a win, but I'm not sure if something quickly changes this situation. Look what I've got. I was talking about gas. Energy. Like, I wonder if this is very quickly, it rights itself or heals itself. Because this card is always kind of positive. Look, love. Phew. Maybe we just get away with it. In the nick of time, I should say. Right, in the nick of time. Patience. Maybe it may be weeks. It may not be as long as it seems. Anyway, let's pull one more on that because I've finished. Oops, sorry. Whoops. Right, cost of living. Are we going to go through another crisis? Another crisis. Ooh, preserve. Transformation. Hope. Yay! Release. Well, okay, I'm just going to leave it there and just hope for the best and hope it doesn't last very long. If it does, who knows? It might be just a blip. Let's just see with these. Romance. Releasing sorrow. Oh dear, now I've got too many. Okay, I got stand up for yourself on the bottom. It's interesting. I don't think all these are going to be relevant, but I did get releasing sorrow. Past lives. Optimism. Hidden talent. I wonder if this is just like, this is what always happens and this is what they do and we're just living through another one of those moments. This is how it's always been. But maybe in time, go with the flow. Maybe in time that will change. And, because we're meant to be living in an abundant world. And at the moment it's all completely the opposite. Okay. It just needs to be cleared and that needs to go and that will go. That framework, what we keep going through will give. It will give at some point. Last one. What a great one to end on. Look what's on the bottom. Because they will. Spring, time, ask. I'm asking. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Love this reading. Have a great day. Bye now.